Ding! You stepped into the posh building, heart racing. You were not nervous because of the lavish surroundings. Tough, it was the idea of seeing him again. Jungkook, your best friend's older brother, and the one person you wish to avoid at all costs. He was not just any brother, he was someone dangerous, someone you knew had connections to the mafia. But every time you brought it up with your best friend, she shrugged it off, telling you not to believe the rumors. But rumors did not explain the way Jungkook's eyes poured into you as if you knew something you did not. The way his presence made everyone around him tense, as if danger clung to him like a second skin. You walked into the elevator, tapping the button for the 15th floor where your friend lived. Just as the door were about to close, a hand shot out, forcing them back open, and there he was, Jungkook. Your stomach twisted when he said in a voice that was both deep and laced with authority, "What are you doing here?" Wine swallowed hard, your mouth suddenly dry. I came to see Jisoo. He stepped inside, towering over you. His dark eyes did not leave yours as the elevator door closed, trapping you in a small metal box with the very person you wanted to avoid. You sure that's all you are doing? He asked, his voice low and dangerous. You shifted nervously, avoiding his intense gaze. Of course, why would I lie? Jungkook did not respond immediately. Instead, he leaned against the elevator wall, crossing his arm over his chest. His bicep bulging against the fabric of his fitted black shirt. He looked like trouble, dangerous, unapproachable, yet undeniably attractive. And then it happened. The lights flickered, the elevator jerked violently before coming to a halt. You stumbled, falling forward, but before you could hit the floor, Jungkook's strong arm wrapped around your waist, pulling you against him. Careful, he murmured, his voice just above a whisper, his breath brushing against your ear. Your heart pounded as you pulled away from him, your cheeks flushing. Thanks. You fumbled with your phone hoping for some signal, but of course there was none. The elevator was completely stuck and you were trapped with him. Great, this can't be happening, you muttered, hitting the emergency button repeatedly. Relax, Jungkook said, his voice calm and collected as if being stuck in an elevator was not a big deal. It's just a power outage. Easy for you to say, you mumble, your voice was shaky. I'm not exactly comfortable being stuck in a small space with. You stop yourself before saying something stupid, but Jungkook's eyes narrowed. With who? He pressed. With you, you finally admitted, looking at him. You are intimidating. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, a small smirk tugging at the corner of his lips. Intimidating? Yes, you snapped, surprising yourself with the boldness in your voice. You act like you own the world, like you could kill someone and not even blink. His smile faded and his expression darkened. He took a step toward you, and despite your initial bravery, you found yourself backing up until your back hit the cold elevator wall. Jungkook stood in front of you, were inches away. His eyes looked into yours. His voice was low, dangerous, and essential down your spine. Maybe I could, he whispered, his breath coasting across your face. Maybe I have. Your heart skipped a beat, and you inhaled sharply. You could not tell if he was joking or if there was truth in his voice. But the way he looked at you like a predator comping its prey made you believe him. Suddenly, the tension in the small space was unbearable. Why are you always like this? You asked, trying to push him away. You're always so cold, so scary. Jungkook did not move, his body still dangerously close to yours. Maybe it's because people like you always expect me to be a monster. I don't. Yes, you do. He cut you off. You look at me like I'm some kind of villain, like I'm not human. Do you think I choose this life? You blinked, taken aback by his sudden honesty. You would never heard him talk about himself like this before. There was a vulnerability in his voice that surprised you. I did not know. You stammered, unsure of what to say. Jungkook took a step back, running a hand through his dark hair. No one knows, no one cares. All they see is the mafia brother, the dangerous guy, but they don't know what it's like to have that label follow you everywhere. For a moment, you saw a different side of him, a side that was not cold, calculating, or terrifying, a side that was just human. Jungkook, you whisper, your voice soft. I did not mean to judge you like that. He glanced at you, his expression unreadable. Does not matter, I'm used to it. Silence filled the elevator, the weight of his word hanging in the air. You did not know what to say, how to comfort him. Jung was always so untouchable, so distant, but now, in this confined space, he felt more real than ever. He took a deep breath, catching the courage to speak. You are not a monster, Jungkook. I don't know everything about you, but I know you care about Jisoo. You are always there for her. A small, bitter laugh escaped his lips. Jisoo is the only thing that keeps me sane. She is the only one who does not look at me like I'm dangerous. Well, maybe she's not the only one anymore. You said quietly. Jungkook's gaze snapped to yours, his eyes searching your face as if trying to find any hint of a lie. But there was none. You meant every word. Before either of you could say anything else, the elevator suddenly jolted and the lights flickered back on. The hum of the machinery filled the silence, and you both stood there staring at each other as the elevator began to move again. The tension was thick, and neither of you said a word as the door finally opened on the 15th floor. You step out first, your heart still racing from the intensity of the moment. You turn to look at Jungkook, who had not moved from his spot. Wine, he called out, his voice softer than before. You stopped, turning around to face him. Yeah. For a moment, it looked like he wanted to say something important, but then he shook his head, his usual cold mask slipping back into place. Never mind, he said, his voice distant again. Just be careful around me, alright? You frowned, confusion washing over you. What do you mean? Jungkook gave you one last look, his dark eyes holding something you could not quite place, and then, without another word, he walked away, disappearing down the hallway. You stood there for a moment, your mind reeling from everything that had just happened. You were not sure what to make of him, but one thing was clear: John Jung was far more complicated than you ever realized. The end.